Stop blaming your circumstances and start owning your choices. Watch this to learn how. I'm Brian Ford. Welcome to Self-Improvement Daily. This is probably the nerdiest pet peeve you've ever heard. I don't know if I'm just a stickler, someone who's extremely intentional and wants to represent things accurately, or somewhere in between. But there's something people say all the time that I just can't stand. When someone was going to be somewhere or do something and then they didn't, sometimes they say, I just couldn't do it. I wanted to be at your birthday, but I just couldn't be there because I was out of town. I was going to get a workout in before getting on the road, but I just couldn't make it work. I know that people can't be in two places at once. I get that there's a lot going on, but 99% of the time, saying they couldn't do it is flat out wrong. If they were even considering doing it, it's very likely it's something they're capable of doing. It's just that something got in the way and they didn't. Really, what they should say is, I chose not to, because that's really what happened. It wasn't that they couldn't be at the birthday, they chose to be somewhere else. Or that they couldn't exercise before leaving, but that they didn't plan well enough to accommodate it. The truth is, no one can make us do anything. We have complete free will. It's just that our free will exists within environments where there are consequences to our choices. So while we don't choose exactly what we want, we can choose exactly what we do after taking all conditions into account. This is often a hard way to deliver information. Telling someone you're choosing to miss their big event seems harsh, so we give power to our circumstances. But don't let that disconnect you from the internal agency you live with every day. There's a layer of this that's a social norm. And then there's a layer that generates an internal interpretation that shapes your belief system. My point here is to not neglect the latter and recognize that you're not doing something because you're choosing to do something else. This makes us live hyper intentionally. When we're in the driver's seat of our lives, we get to go wherever we want. If we let others' desires and demands speak loudest, then we're just on a track lying to ourselves that we're in control because we have our hands on the wheel. I'm Brian Ford, and you grew today. Let's do it again tomorrow on Self-Improvement Daily.